Hello? Now you can hear me. I'm so sorry. That started off all goofy. Ah! What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghostrobo. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to my mic being plugged in and it's not here. Anyways, what I was saying during that moment of silence, which, I'm taking questions on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ghostrobo, hashtag ask ghost, can't even say my own name. If you're not following me there, why not? It's the best place to be. I give all sorts of updates. I ask questions. It's the best way for you to impact the Ghostrobo army. And lately, I've been doing a lot of giveaways of beta keys and even Steam games and stuff like that. So follow me there. The sound is definitely on now, so I know people are saying it's muted, but it's not. I promise. I'm not taking questions on YouTube. If you're asking there, the comment sections and stuff, it's not going to get to me. This light is really bright. That's a little better. Okay, beautiful. What I was saying also, why I was late, I had to take a shower because I have mosquito bites all over my feet, and if you've ever had mosquito bites on your feet, or really anywhere where the skin's tight, like I feel like your hands are terrible, your feet are terrible, it's just like freaking crazy. And last night I was playing like some card games with Noah, and all of a sudden my feet just started itching horribly. I was like, what the heck happened? Allergic reaction, just freaking out, too late, and I'm delusional. But no, there must have been like a itty-bitty mosquito feasting on my toes because I woke up in the middle of the night and there's like 7 or 8 spots, and only a couple of them are raised. The rest are just like irritated. They're so itchy. So itchy. Oh my god. But the bug must have been like so tiny because it now, like I said, there's not even like raised bumps on most of them. Most people saying they can't hear me, but I know you can now, so it's all okay. It's all good. Refresh your page if you really want to, and you'll be able to hear me. So I can read all the stuff you're saying, and we're going to start this off with a old-fashioned unboxing. I don't know why I got this. Well, I do know. I've been playing so much more Wii U lately with Pikmin, and me and Noah have been diving into Mario, and there's been some cool downloadable stuff, and the Wonderful 101 comes out later this month, next month, something like that. So I wanted to get one of these to test it out. I liked the feel of it at E3 2 years ago. I haven't touched or seen one since. It's the Wii U Pro Controller. That's basically modeled after a 360 controller. I'm going to take questions on Twitter after this. So ask me away on twitter.com/ghostrobo, hashtag askghost, and I will try to answer them all for you. This is a pretty controller. It's got a weird flat face. Whoa, glare. It's all white and yummy and has the stupid Wii bars. But the sticks are equal, which is like great. Hey, welcome to 2005. It has triggers that they depress honestly like a centimeter, but at least they're in the right spot. And then the buttons are a little weird being down here, if you can see. But at least it has a D-pad and all the stuff you need. Is this a charging cord? Yeah, I think it has an 80-hour battery life, though, which if that's true, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, it's just a typical USB to USB charging cord. But that's that. I got one of these just to see how it would be. Because games like Mario U, which I've been playing with Noah, New Super Mario Bros. U, if you're playing multiplayer, you have to use the Wiimotes, which I think sucks. So only an RPG, otherwise known as Mr. Telekinesis, says, Ghost, do you like Marvel better than DC? Why? I would typically say I love Marvel way more than DC, but I've been playing so much Injustice lately that I'm kind of falling in love with those characters. Man of Steel didn't hurt either. That movie was fantastic. I love Batman. Really kind of getting into the whole DC thing. All the Batman villains are great. Bane, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Joker. Even some of the secondary characters along the lines of Aquaman. I know he's not secondary for some, but to me it's secondary. Who else? Deathstroke, guys like that. Injustice is kind of winning me over. I wish there was a Marvel game in the style of Injustice, because that fighting game suits me far better than Marvel vs. Capcom. But anyways, that's probably my thing. People are asking what my shirt is. It's a Mickey Mouse Pikachu fusion shirt, which I think is pretty awesome. There it is! Mickey Mouse Pikachu. Let's see. Doom. Let's see. Randy asks, can we get some more Card Hunter beta codes? I'll have a few more to give away today. And like I said, if you're not following me on Twitter, that's the best place because I've been giving away stuff lately and it's just been awesome. Let's see. GM Leon24 says, what's up, Ghost from Mexico? Hello, Mexico. What's your favorite video game of all time? Such a tough question. I get it asked quite frequently, and usually I give this response. I don't have a specific favorite, but I have a set of games, and those include Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Batman Arkham Asylum, now Bioshock Infinite and Last of Us for certain. Oh, God. It's so hard. Half-Life 2. There's so many good ones. Donkey Kong Country 2. Lots of great games are my favorites. It's so hard to pick one, though. I don't think I could ever do it. Candace says, since they changed the makers the developers. What are your thoughts on Batman Arkham Origins? Do you think it'll be better or worse? I'm kind of worried for the game. You know, they just announced that multiplayer made by Splash Damage, who don't have the best track record. But I love Batman so much I'm going to play the game. I hope that it leans more towards Arkham Asylum, a little bit more confined, a little bit more story-driven than Arkham City. I know some people prefer City, but I'm a big Arkham Asylum fan. So I'll be playing it. I'm a little bit concerned that the B team's making it and how that's all going to shape out. I don't know. Let's see. Neo Miguel asks, will I be playing Saints Row 4? Absolutely. There's a ton of games coming out starting the 3rd week of August, and I'm going to have to start making choices on what I do and don't play. And I'll give you guys some updates on that in an upcoming vlog. But yeah, Saints Row 4 is one I'm going to cover for sure. Jacob0527 says, who or what motivates you to make YouTube videos? Typically myself. No one, there's no boss telling me, like, you gotta do this, or, my parents aren't like, go make videos for us, and my brothers aren't like, let's do it. So usually it's just me motivating myself, which can be tricky. So, like, imagine if you were in school with no teachers to grade your stuff, or you got a job with no boss, and then, you're just producing on your own accord, and it takes a lot of, like, focus to do as much as I do. I put out a lot of videos. I've been upping my count lately. I've tried to do 5 to 7 a day for the past 2 months, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and you have to wake up and, like, get going fast. Otherwise, you're going to fall behind so quickly. If I had a day where I didn't record, that puts me in a hole. So it has to be like a extreme mental focus, and the fortitude of my brain strength has to be really high. That's why sleep is super important. The Elite Ninja says, what is your name? My name is Zach, Z-A-C-H, not K. Full name Zachary, middle name Tyler, last name Ghostrobo. Leo Allen says, what's your favorite indie game? Card Hunter is just owning my life lately. I love that so much. I play it at least an hour a day, which is kind of goofy, but it's so much fun. I also really liked earlier this year stuff like The Swapper, stuff like Game Dev Tycoon was really good. I'm trying to think of what else is super fun. I think Card Hunter takes the cake, though. Like, that's definitely in my top 5 of the year, for sure. Let's see. I'm taking questions on Twitter if you're just joining. Hi! We unboxed a very old Wii U Pro Controller that I finally got. Yay, new technology! And Kermit's here, too. Weird. It's almost like a Funko Pop Kermit. I don't know if it really is, though. Yeah, it is. It's just a mini one. Itty bitty. We're taking questions on Twitter, twitter.com/Ghostrobo. Ask me anything at all. Let's see. Okay. Samuel asked, am I playing Infamous Second Son? Of course. Most anticipated game for certain. Let's see. Grati Statue 74 says, what do you think about Watch Dogs? Will it be good? I think so. I'm hopeful. It's a big open world game coming out after Grand Theft Auto 5, which is bound to be colossal. They're going to really need to bring their A game. But I think that their movement system, to me, that seems like the biggest cool part. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, you can hack anything, but that's kind of just pressing a button. So for me, if the movement is really well done, like Assassin's Creed kind of free running in that style game, that could be sweet. I'm not sure how crazy it's going to get. Can you climb buildings? Will you get suction cup hands like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 4? I have high hopes. It's one of the biggest releases of the fall. It's not the busiest of falls because we do have the new consoles, and they're going to be re-releasing games for those new consoles. All the big ones, AC4, Watch Dogs, even the Maddens and the NBAs are going to be coming out again there. So there's not as many new releases, so I'm really hopeful that's one of them. Mega Broski says, what do you think about the future of the PlayStation Vita? Man, that's a tough question because for me specifically, I'm either a quick, fast mobile player, like, hey, I'll dive into a round of Plants vs. Zombies, or I'm going to sit down and play something meaty. I'm not really the biggest into handheld stuff. The Vita in particular has such a slow flow of games. I mean, it's found its niche. There's people that love that thing to death, but I don't think it's ever going to get the push anymore that it would have once got. That's kind of the worry with the Wii U as well. Because it had such a slow start, will it ever be able to recover and receive a significant third-party push? We've got some cool games coming out. Dragon's Crown for Vita and PS3. It's not cross-buy, though. What else? Killzone Mercenary. There's some fun stuff for Vita. I just don't have much time to play handheld stuff. I would prefer playing console. I don't travel very often. Like, I don't commute to a job or something, so I don't have, that bus hour to play handheld stuff. The Vita is a very cool system. I personally haven't played mine in about 6 months. I've never beat a game on it, and I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me as much as I wish. Tearaway will be fun from Media Molecule in November. I wish the graphics were a little bit crisper. I wish the sticks were a little bit better. I wish it had actual gunfire triggers instead of bumpers. Let's see. Super Saiyan Jake. Super Saiyan Jake! You're my brother and you're a freaking relative of Goku. I give you much praise for that. Or at least you're just a Saiyan from their freaking planet. Have you ever thought of trying to create your own video game? I have thought about it. I don't know that I have the knowledge and or current time to do so. I've thought about diving into iOS stuff because that's something I could probably handle right now. Full on like 360 development, no. I'd have to go to school and find a team. Grotty Statue 74. Did you just ask a question? Well, this one's good anyways. Do you think there will be a Mass Effect 4? I think they're going to make another Mass Effect game. That's been confirmed. I don't think it's going to continue that storyline. I think either they'll jump forward in time or backwards in time. I could see them going one of two ways. Either way forward in time and just telling another crazy alien tale, or going back in time and doing like when the humans first met alien life. Like you start out on Earth and then it's that first exploration, because you could set up some pretty epic battles there. I think they have to get away from the formula. 3 games of the collect the crew and go to the final battle is kind of worn out. I don't think you can do that anymore. I think they need to make some additions and some switches to the gameplay formula to make that work as best as it possibly can. Samuel Norman says, are you looking forward to the future and more levels in Plants vs. Zombies 2? Absolutely. I love that game a lot, and the 3 worlds I played, Egypt, Pirate, and Wild West, were super fun. I think the future one will be awesome. Robotic zombies, yes please. And then if they go anywhere else, prehistoric times, dinosaur zombies, even more yes please. That should be really fun. Teddy FDN says, do I plan on playing Disney Infinity? That's one of the ones I got to decide about. I'm thinking so, though. I think it could be really fun. So, I think it would be fun. James Payton says, if they make a second Last of Us, do you think they'll make it for PS3 or PS4? Hands down PS4. They're definitely already on to PS4. Naughty Dog is still working on the Last of Us DLC, of which they're supposed to announce it this month. 1 single-player pack, 2 multiplayer packs, and I'm thinking it's going to be at PAX Prime. So I'm hopeful I get to play it there in Seattle later this month. Yes, Last of Us. But no, if they made another one, it would for sure be for PlayStation 4. You have to imagine they're doing either a new IP or Uncharted 4 first to get their bearings on PlayStation 4. Any Last of Us 2 would not come out for at least another 3 to 4 years. That's my best guess. Asperior says, are you going to play a Pokemon game? Absolutely. The main reason I got my 3DS capture card is for Pokemon XY in October. I'm really looking forward to it. I wish it was out now. I'd be all over that. But we're going to have to wait, and I'll just rub my Lucky Pikachu shirt. Pikachu, Mickey Mouse, for as long as I can. If you're just joining once more, we're taking questions on Twitter. This chair is squeaky, man. What is going on? I'm in Jake's room, by the way. My room is a mess with games and systems and microphones, and it just wouldn't work for this. If you're just joining, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Ghostrobo. We're taking questions. You got questions. I appreciate the hashtag AskUs, but no one's putting it, so whatever. Let's see. G Chicken Army says, will I play an Infamous game or Cabela's Survival? I won't play Cabela's, but I will play Infamous Second Son. Maybe if I have time an Infamous 2 walkthrough to lead up to that. Kind of liking this Ghostrobo Classic thing we got going on. I completed Mirror's Edge. I started Batman Arkham Asylum. If you're into that kind of thing, Arkham Asylum, Batman goodness, go leave a like and favorite. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe I'll turn that into a full series and we'll play through that before the August rush. Vulture Party says, do you think that minimalist games with a small/no HUD are going to become trendy in the future? Absolutely. With so much graphical power in these new systems, it really is a lot. Some people are like, new graphics, but they really look so pretty. I've seen them in person. It doesn't compare to watching them on YouTube. They're really, really pretty. I think that going away from a HUD is good for gaming in general, even if there wasn't a graphical leap. But with that, all the new particle effects, all the new gun flares and smoke from bombs and explosive gases and lighting and lens flares, they're going to have to show it off, and I think the best way is to really eliminate the gaminess. Some games will certainly still do that, but I feel like your more forward-thinking, memorable experiences, games like Last of Us, are going to start either getting rid of the interface entirely or letting it kind of sink into the background. You know, Dead Space is a great example of a current-gen game that does a nice job of removing the inventory, removing the ammo counts from stupid little overlays and putting them directly on the character. I think stuff like that is going to become prominent in the future. Because right now, like games with score meters, games with health meters, game with ammo counts, and big decals, icons, stuff like that, look kind of old-fashioned. Captain OBCP says, how about dem Lions? So excited for the Detroit Lions season. NFL starts, in like a month now? I'm going to their training camp next week, which will be awesome. I'll make a vlog there. So I'm going to watch them practice next Wednesday, I believe. I love the Lions. I grew up in the Detroit area, suburbs, not downtown. So I love the Pistons, I love the Lions, and I'm just incredibly excited for them to have great years. Picking up Josh Smith, Brandon Jennings on the Pistons, and then Reggie Bush and the whole crew of Calvin and Matthew Stafford and the Lions should be great. Let's see. Harsh 2047 says, when is your birthday? My birthday is December 13th. I was born in 1989. That makes me 23, almost 24. Kind of scary. Let's see. Do you think Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be the next biggest like in sales for shooters? That's from Jason Gaiman. They've said pre-orders are way low compared to Black Ops 2. I think Ghosts will do really well, but I think two things are at play. One, it's a new name, and it's not Modern Warfare 3, 4, 5. It's not Black Ops 1, 2, so people are like, Ghosts, what's this going to be like? Two, they haven't really shown much. I think after they reveal the multiplayer later this month, the pre-orders will jump. It's going to sell huge, but also remember, it's coming out around new consoles, so people are like, what do I want on my new system? Battlefield 4 has been really aggressive this year. I still think it's going to be the bestseller, though. James McCaffrey asks if I'm going to play Deadpool. I already beat it, buddy. Zach Johnson says, when is the next Walking Dead coming? I don't know. Season 2 is supposed to be coming later this fall. I'm guessing November. They haven't announced a date, but that'll be a fun one before the holiday season. I gotta think it's November. October seems too soon. Probably November. Douglas Shapiro, great friend and longtime Army member, says, what is your favorite GameCube game? My favorite GameCube game, well, let me tell you this. When I bought the system, I got Star Wars Rogues. Gosh dang. Freaking squeaking. Rogue Squadron 2, is that what it is? Rogue Squadron 2. And Luigi's Mansion. I was sad I didn't get Monkey Ball because that ended up being one of my favorite local co-op multiplayer games. But my favorite on the entire system, Wind Waker is really good. I didn't get into Sunshine as much as I would like. I'm tempted to do another playthrough of that just because I never really delved deep into it, and I would like to say I've beaten or at least gotten close to all Mario games. Favorite GameCube game? I really like Tales of Symphonia. Mario Kart Double Dash might be it. So much fun with that game for so many hours. Me and Jake co-oping it. He'd sit in the back seat, throw them weapons. I'd drive us to victory. It was so much fun. Possibly that. Possibly that. Maybe. Mario Kart Double Dash? That sound good? Super Monkey Ball 1? One of those two. Vmon55, is that a Digimon reference? Says, will you be playing Bungie's new game Destiny? Absolutely. Loved it at E3, what I've seen so far, and can't wait. It's not going to come out probably till next holiday, which is a bummer, but soon I will be playing it as quickly as it can. Ali the Good Guy says, would you like an Injustice sequel? No, they're adding so many characters. I'd prefer them to keep this system and just keep delving out or rather rolling out the DLC content. Tackle a new property. I think it's really fun what they did with DC. I'd love to see their take on Marvel. That would be hard to acquire. Disney, I don't know, something crazy. Their style of fighting is my favorite in all of video gaming. So pick a new property and do it awesome. But yeah, keep the DLC coming. I love it. I'm so excited if they release Poison Ivy. Even guys like Red Hood would be super fun to see. Penguin, Mr. Freeze. I'm kind of a Batman person, so I'd rather more from there. But I think it would be awesome. Let's see. MB Follow Me says, do you think there would be a sequel to Sleeping Dogs? It's sold better than they were expecting, so it's possible. It's a good game. There's so many open world games coming out right now. You've got GTA 5, Assassin's Creed 4 is much more open world with all the island travel. Watch Dogs, there's no room for it right now. Maybe in a couple of years. But the hard part is, again, there's so many AAA games that have hundreds of millions of dollars spent on them and thousands of team members. It's like, how could Sleeping Dogs compete with an Assassin's Creed 5, a Watch Dogs 2? I don't really know. Square Enix is kind of a messed up company, so I don't know. MechTick says, what is the most tastiest thing I have ever eaten? Whew. I really like that French toast from the last taste test, but I also love just good fruit smoothies. I love apples and peanut butter, just basic stuff. I can't think of the tastiest. Probably some cake somewhere along the line, some coffee cake my mom made or something. I don't know. Let's see. Brandon Young says, am I going to play more Card Hunters? I am. I don't know if I'll play it on YouTube. It's not the best YouTube game. I could probably do another episode just for fun. Who knows, though? Another Card Hunter question. Ask Grizzly says, thanks for the hashtag, too. What do you want to see in Card Hunter when it's released? More quests. I'd love to see another class. I've heard talks. I think they're doing a rogue class. Because right now you have 3 party members. Wizard, Priest, Warrior. If they make it a 4-person party, that could be too big. So maybe it's 3 and you can kind of switch out and then have to work with leveling them up. Oh, I'm going to put the rogue in here for this. I don't know. More guys would be awesome. Or at least more motivation to switch up your party. I want to switch up my party, but I'm already level 9. That's taking me 7-8 hours, and I don't really want to do it again. Another question from Cassius Ho Ho about Pokemon games. Yes, I'm doing X and Y in October. Doing GTA, absolutely. Do I like horror movies as the Undead 2? No. For some reason, they really bug me. One, I think they're really gross and vulgar for the most part. Like, all the ones, like, lately the trend is, like, creepy kids or evil parents in some demented house, and that just, like, gives me nightmares. I don't know. Games don't bother me for whatever reason, but the movie stuff, I think it's just sick. I don't know. I don't really like it. There's something different about a movie experience than a game that really bothers me. Marvel and DC fan. Ooh, you bridged the gap, buddy. I like that. Are you going to play Lego Marvel Superheroes the game? Yes. It doesn't come out till what? October, November? But yeah, I'll be all over that. Hey, it's a cheetah. Say hi to the cheetah and follow me on Twitter if you want to ask questions. Trying to get through as many as I can. Joker1999 says, have you ever pulled a prank on your brothers? Yes. One morning, Jake wouldn't get up. This is what, 5 years ago maybe? 6? He wouldn't get up. Noah was about 6 years old. And I couldn't wake him up. So I put peanut butter on Noah's hands, and then he smeared it on his face. And Jake woke up and got very angry, but it was kind of worth it. Let's see. Parker Morris says, are you excited for Dark Souls 2 and will you do a walkthrough? Heck yeah! Gotta do that. My Dark Souls 1 walkthrough is probably my most famous series of all time besides L.A. Noire, or even more so. So, yeah, I'll be all over that. I can't wait for it. I was hoping it would come out this year, but March 2014, we'll get there soon enough. Let's see. Charlie Scott asked, will I play Titanfall? Yes. Garrus Star 97. Dude. Do you have an epic game to play, or for me to play on PC? He's played Dead Space 3, Metro Last Light, L.A. Noire. A good PC game that you can get really cheap would be Card Hunter. I definitely sign up for the beta of that. If you don't, that's not your cup of tea. I really like Hotline Miami. That's a good, pretty cheap game. You could always dive into older stuff. The Batman games are on PC. The Bioshock games are on PC. Bioshock Infinite looks incredible on PC. Play that. Or you could do The Swapper, a fun puzzle game if you're not into that kind of thing. Mirror's Edge? I don't know. There's so much good stuff. Let's see. Jackie Pham says, do I think the new Bioshock Infinite DLC would reintroduce Andrew, Ryan, or other characters? I don't know. I'm really curious to see how that all pans out. I'll be playing through that as well. I've got a number of questions like, are you doing Bioshock Infinite DLC, Ghost? And yes, they all sounded like that. And absolutely, I am. What is this? This is a Peace Pen. It's one of those ones, I remember these when I was little. You know, you got like all the different tabs, so you can like make red come out, or yellow, green, and then you push these too many times and it breaks. Anyways, let's see. Joe Mauer says, Ghost! What's up, Joe? What do you think Rockstar will announce next? GTA 5, you know, they've been working on it for a while. Max Payne, no. Maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 for new consoles. I could see them going that way. A new property would be cool as well. I don't ever know what happened to Agent. I don't know if that's dead in the water or what. I'd love an L.A. Noire 2. I know that studio, Team Bondi, was making Horror of the Orient, and that kind of fell apart. I don't know. Red Dead Redemption 2? A new property? I'm not sure. Let's see. Wilton Roberts says, have I ever considered playing DayZ or another indie RPG like that? I have tried DayZ. I actually have 2 videos on my channel. It's okay. I don't really get into stuff without set objectives. I'm not the best Skyrim player. I'm not the best DayZ player. I'm not the best Minecraft player because there's nothing pulling me forward. I kind of suck when it comes to, like, create your own thing. I don't know. I'd rather have the developers put the effort in to make something fun. That's just my kind of game. Luke R95, who is your favorite Batman villain? I like the new style Bane. I don't like hulked out Bane. I like new Bane a lot. I like them all. Mr. Freeze used to be one of my favorites. Joker is always classic. There's so many good ones. Poison Ivy's cool. Brandon Guerrero says, which is your favorite Pikmin? Right now, the wing guys. They're so cute. Adorable. Little pink freaking fairy sprites. Another good question from Ask Grizzly. What game are you most looking forward to? Probably the DLCs for Last of Us and Bioshock Infinite. Sadly. I don't know. I mean, this year. If you're talking long-term, Destiny and Infamous for certain, those games are going to be incredible. Let's see. Trying to find some new guys asking some new questions. you're just joining, follow me on Twitter. Twitter.com/Ghostrobo. Ask questions there, not taking them from YouTube. Too hard, too hard. It's always been the case. L. Braden says, favorite console of all time, probably the Super Nintendo. I think that's an amazing system. I currently prefer the Xbox 360. I'm getting much more into the PS3, though. Really digging that. Looking forward to the PlayStation 4, of course. Wii U is also growing me. I like everything. I don't know. I'm kind of easy to please in a lot of ways. I'm harsh on games and consoles for the most part, but I don't know. Right now we're at such a great period, like such a high point in terms of the gaming curve. All the good games are coming out for every system. They're all awesome. Glenn King Forces, what are your thoughts on Beyond Two Souls? I hope they focus more on story and choices than action. It seems really cool. I played about 30 minutes at E3. It was fun. It was awesome. You're Ellen Page, of course, and then you have like this spirit inside you that you can control, and he goes and manipulates other people and can control them. Some cool gameplay twists. I just hope it focuses on this awesome story and interaction because it still lacks perfect controls. They're better than Heavy Rain. They're not great. Phoenix 305 says, what will do better, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4? All in all, I think they're going to be very close, just like this generation. PS4, I think will start better out the gates. Oh, excuse me. I woke up early because Noah wanted to record a secret video. I mean, I've just been playing Pikmin all day. I think after about 6 months to a year, they're going to be really close. It all depends a lot on exclusivity, too. If Titanfall goes huge, it's a huge boost for Xbox One. If Sony puts out Infamous, if that does really well, I can't see that being a game changer, though. I mean, Metal Gear is going to be multi-platform, a new God of War. You're going to need something huge from one of the two companies to really establish a difference. Sony's going to win Japan and Europe. Microsoft's probably going to win America. I think it's going to be really close, almost negligible. Brian asks, can I do an hour special for Pikmin 3? I've been making the Pikmin 3 videos long. They're each like 16 to 20 minutes. And this day structure works perfect for episodes, so I'm not going to really mess with that. The game establishes the day structure. It would be awkward to do like half a day. So it's fun and fine, and I like it. Let's see. Mark asks, how many t-shirts do you have? I rarely see you wear a t-shirt twice. I try to switch them up on videos, obviously, because I want to give you guys something fun to look at. I did get this one new. I get a lot of my shirts from cheap places. So Threadless has a lot of deals where you can get shirts for $10. The T-shirt of the day sites, tfury.com, riptapparel.com, theyeti.com. They have great, fun shirts, usually for $10 to $12. And so a lot of the ones, oh my god, you guys see, are from there. I do definitely wear shirts way more than twice, though. Way more. Let's see. Ogreman59, will I be playing Thief when it releases next year? I don't know. I thought it looked cool until I heard a lot of really bad things about it. Oaken Siphon says, Siphon? What do you think about playing Pikmin multiplayer? I will do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring Jake or Noah, but it's local, so one of those two guys will be joining me eventually. Let's see. 133 questions in the queue, and they just keep coming. Unknown Boy 964, are you going to play Lost Planet 3? Probs not. That game's been delayed and problematic. I hated Lost Planet 2. Ugh. The Nightwing 82 says, have you seen the Wolverine movie? Yes, I don't want to comment on it. People didn't seem to like my reaction. That Stark Kid says, what Pokemon in X and Y are you going to start with? I'm going to start with Chespin. I think that's the fire guy. I like the grass guy. I think he looks pretty awesome. The water frog, I don't know, a little too generic. Probably the leaf guy. I was going to say Fleef, but that would make no sense. Fleef. Fleef. Say it twice. Fleef, Fleef. Let's see. Mark Samaru says, are you going to play more of the Super Mario 3DS game? I'm not sure to play more of that, but I'm definitely going to be playing more Mario stuff in the future. For sure, 3D World when it comes out later this year. I don't know. Maybe I will if I have time. We'll see. Devonish Patra says, are you the oldest brother? Yeah, I'm 23, Jake is 19, and Noah is 11. Slim Jason 123 says, what is your favorite cereal? I don't really eat cereal. Ever since we started eating healthy, I've kind of veered away from cereal. I was lactose intolerant, still am, I guess, so I never really was big on milk. But for a while I did like rice milk and cereal, but it's stuff you wouldn't know. They're like healthy cereals, like healthy Cheerios, basically. Healthy Frosted Flakes. What is going on? Yawning, coughing. Is there like allergens in Jake's room? Is he like put a pollen spore on the ceiling somewhere? What is... I blame freaking the Geodude keychain. I probably had this for like 15 years. I don't know anything about Half-Life 3. A lot of questions about Half-Life 3. I don't even know if that game is ever going to exist. It's silly. Thomas Fishenden says, considering how much you enjoyed State of Decay, as did I, would you like to see a sequel and what would be included? They'd have to have a bigger budget. I don't want to see a sequel at that budget. There are too many frustrations. I think it's a really cool game, great idea, good execution for what they had, but man, I go from playing like Last of Us to that, and it's like the polish level is so bare bones, I couldn't handle another 15 hours of that. They'd have to polish it up. I don't even care what they add, really. Just iron out your systems. And I know it's a money thing. I know it's a time and money thing, but that would have to be handled for me to appreciate it more. Nikki Tyrek says, will you play Dead Rising 3? Absolutely. That's going to be my launch game for Xbox One. Scott Charlie says, will you play the newest Tomb Raider? I beat that game. I always find it funny when people ask, and maybe it's just because, you know, they changed the YouTube layout so you can't as easily see playlists, but people are like, Ghost, play Far Cry 3, play Dead Space 3, play Devil May Cry. I beat these games, guys. I beat them. Beat them. Oh my god! Fix my face. Francesco Blazer. Bluzer. What's up? Are you going to play the new DuckTales Remastered game? Yeah, it comes out, what, in 2 weeks? I'll do a quick look on it. Ronaldo Rodriguez, congrats on your graduation, by the way. Hope you have fun in college. Don't get too scared. I was freaking terrified, and I never went. What is your favorite memory with Jake and Noah? There's a lot of good ones. I don't know if I have a favorite. I really always like our vacation times, like when we were at Disney World together, or when we were at, I don't know, just different places like that. Probably my favorite, so it's just like laughing and playing. Oh, when we were younger, we made a movie together that was really fun, and then lost the tape. Noah was really little, like 3 maybe. So Jake was about 11, 12, like Noah's age now, and I was like 16, and we made like just like a movie with my parents' camcorder, and it was like a mixture of like crazy commercials and like freaky villains. If I found it, I'd upload it to YouTube. It was hilarious. We had night vision scenes, Noah scenes. It was so much fun, and then we lost the tape. Such a bummer. I honestly spent like probably a week of my life looking for it over the course of the last 10 years. Lauren Eastburn says, how big do you think your female fan base is? Do you think you have more male or female fans? I mean, definitely more male fans. I think that's kind of a YouTube thing in general for the most part. But I think my female fan base has been growing recently. I don't know, 15 to 20%. I know that sounds really low, but that's actually pretty good for a gaming channel on YouTube. Are you going to play Halo 4? I beat Halo 4. Am I going to play GTA 5? Yes and yes. A lot of questions about Knack. Knack disappointed me at E3. I might give it another chance when it releases, but man, it was disappointing at E3. It was like a watered-down, basic platform with pretty graphics. Haty92, what are your top 3 favorite games? Well, I don't know my top 3 favorite games of all time, so I'll give you my top 3 favorites of this year. Bioshock Infinite, The Last of Us, and as crazy as this is, probably Card Hunter. Let's see. A lot of people asking where I got the name Ghostrobo. I don't even remember. I thought of it from my own brain. Apparently I had a couple choices, Jake said, even though Ghostrobo was my favorite. Because I asked him, we voted on it together. Ghostrobo was always the favorite, always the leading candidate, but I came up with a couple others. I wish I remembered what they were. He doesn't remember either. But yeah, Ghostrobo would just like pop in my head, and nobody else had it. I was like, boom. Ooh, Mega Broski says, would you like to see a Bully 2 from Rockstar? That would be another good one. Bully 2 in next gen. Fun. Will you play Wind Waker HD from Oaken Siphon? Yeah, I think so. Not too busy. Lenny Blyden says, what do you think the gaming season will be like next year, and what would you like to see? Well, there's going to be a boatload of stuff, because the consoles, PS4 and Xbox One, will be in full swing. They're still going to be releasing current-gen stuff. I mean, the big titles definitely are going to be Titanfall and Infamous early on, The Order, Destiny, stuff like that. Of course, it'll be your Call of Duty, your Maddens, your Battlefields. What would I like to see? A true Mario game? No, I don't know. It's so far away. So far away. I'm just excited for the stuff that's already been announced. Have I played Dead Island Riptide and beat it? Yeah, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's see. What's coming out this weekend? I've got lots of Pikmin, another awesome Last of Us dual combat, an intense match that goes down to the very last. Me and Jake will battle out an Injustice. We've been doing that every other day or so. Probably a vlog. More Batman if you guys like it and want it. And maybe a few surprises along the way as well. Let's see. That's a spoilery question about Last of Us, so I don't really want to answer it. Basketball 2149 has a good question. What is your most memorable moment from your basketball career? I don't know. I had some really fun moments when I was like younger playing on bad teams, or rather I was just the best player and everyone else was young. My favorite like high school memory is I hit 6 threes and a half. I was 6 for 7 from the three-point line in one half, which was pretty cool. But there was probably some... It's a good question. I have my favorite tennis memory. I don't have a specific basketball memory. My high school career didn't really go as I wanted. Everyone thought I was too skinny, and even though I had incredible skill, the school I played at, the coach was all about size and strength, and I didn't really meet his mold, so he kind of had this grudge against me. So I don't have like a 50-point high school game or something to really brag about. Over-swagged idiot. Okay. If you do play Disney Infinity, what characters would you want? I like the Monsters, Inc. guys, so I'd probably go with them. I think their world looks cool. Incredibles 2. The Pixar stuff always gets me. Zane asks, when Watch Dogs come out, will it be Game of the Year material? I don't think so. I think you're looking at Bioshock and Last of Us, maybe GTA 5 sneaking into some Game of the Year stuff. I really think those three are going to kind of take the cake. Take the cake. I'm trying to think of a better word, but cake is a good word. Oh, man. Kassan Lynch says, how stoked are you for GTA 5, and what are the first things you're going to do? I mainly like the stories in those games, so I'm not really one to mess around in the open world. I'll probably just play the story, see how the character switching is, and I'll like leveling up probably the most. Picking the perks and tweaking my characters to my liking to set up those heists. Let's see. Another question from Basketball 2149. Cloudberry Kingdom or Stealth Inc.? Totally different games. You want something fast-paced and quick, Cloudberry Kingdom. You want something quick but more thoughty and puzzly and stuff like that, Stealth Inc. They're both really cool games, though, and available on a lot of platforms. Stealth Inc. is a cross-buy game, which is something to take note of if you have a Vita. Let's see. Josh Edwards says, please come to the UK. I wish I should, shouldn't I? Maybe next year. I wanted to go to Gamescom this year. It just couldn't work out, and it matches up with PAX Prime, and I thought I'd be better served to go to PAX Prime, but hopefully I can get to Europe next year. Maybe we can do a meetup. Jumpman says, nice shirt, thank you. Can you do a Super Mario 64 gameplay? It's unoriginal, but it'd be fun. Sad face, don't cry. Maybe Sunshine. Would that meet your needs? Please, maybe? I think I might do that in the future. Fernando says, do I like the Zelda franchise? I do. I'm really excited for Wind Waker HD because I never finished Wind Waker. I might even dive back into Skyward Sword. My brother loved it. I never beat it, and I think that could be really cool. So maybe we'll do that at some point as well. Okay. Red Pin 99. Who's better, Clem or Ellie? Ellie for sure, for sure, for sure. Lollygag Invest. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate Pikmin 3? Right now, I give it about a 9. It was at about an 8. And I've really just loved the last few days. It's a really cool game. I love that it's on the Wii U, and I actually have something to use that system for. It comes out in America tomorrow. Download or retail. I have the UK version. That's how I'm playing it, really. Let's see. How are you guys all doing today? Hope you're having a good weekend. My weekends are weird because I usually work 7 days a week on YouTube stuff, so it never really feels like the weekend. I don't go to school, and I don't like go to a set job, so the weekends kind of blend with everything else. And my brother, unfortunately, works double shifts on the weekends because he works at a restaurant, and that's when they're busiest. So the weekends for me are kind of just like weekdays, except they start with S. People asking for NBA. I'll definitely be doing 2K14 stuff when that comes out. Brrr. LL Girl. What's up, LL Girl? Ghost, will you play Murdered Soul Suspect? I think that game looks cool. It's one where you're like a dead guy trying to solve your death and reclaim your life. That seems pretty fun. Punko1991. What racing game do I like from E3? None. Racing games really are so samey. None of them really happen to tickle my fancy this year. Dragon Slayer says, are you taking questions on Twitter? Yeah, I am. That's what we've been doing for the last 50 minutes. Fire Iceman 93. With all the great games coming out this year, do you think I might have to expand my list to top 20 or top 15 for Game of the Year? It's going to be hard to cut down, but I will do top 10. The past 2 years, I've wanted to really do an epic top 10, and I promise I'm going to do it this year. I haven't gotten it done the past 2 years because of lots of other crappy reasons, but this year I'm going to make it happen. We're going to do a 10, 9, 8, 7. I did a good one last year. wasn't exactly how I wanted. Hopefully this year I can do it exactly how I want. The Gamer CA, do I have a handheld system? If so, what games do I like the most? I like the Mario stuff. I like GBA probably the most. I play DS. I have a 3DS. I have a Vita. I have a DS. I have a Game Boy Micro. The GBA stuff is just the most fun for me. There's definitely some good DS games, some good 3DS games. Luigi's Mansion is cool on 3DS. Fire Emblem was fun. I just don't get into them as much. I don't know why. Handheld stuff, Vita, Gravity Rush, PlayStation All-Stars, lots of the cross-buy stuff is cool. It seems silly, but I never play handhelds because I have consoles surrounding me, and I don't travel that much to really, I don't know, get into it so much. Neo Miguel says, will you play Rayman Legends? Yes. Hi, Jake. Are you going back to work?
Not yet.
When do you leave?
Like a quarter minute.
He came in and gave me a dirty look because I'm taking his room. Reckless Reed says, are you going to play Watch Dogs and do a walkthrough of that game and Saints Row 4? Both? Oh, yeah. James McCaffrey, do I like Rapture or Columbia better? I like some of the aesthetics of Columbia and sort of the idea. I'd probably rather live in Columbia. It seems safer. But Rapture's so cool. Under the sea, freaking you and me, dancing. Oh, just think of it. Christopher Stover says, out of all the food you tasted, what was the worst? Collectively, let's all say what's the worst. Kale Crunch. What a sorry product. Tom D. Firetruck, who do you want to be the next DLC for Injustice? Poison Ivy, Poison Ivy, Poison Ivy. Please, Ed Boon. Bring me some Poison Ivy action. Let's see. Z6 Combat Chicken has a pipe dream of a comment/question. What if Valve did 3 brand new games at the same time? Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and it was like a big deal. You got in like the orange box. How sexy would that be? I love the orange box. You know, you got Portal 1, Half-Life 2, and Episode 1 and 2, Team Fortress 2, not Left 4 Dead. Great package, amazing value, probably the best value ever. I don't think they're going to do that. Those 3 games would sell millions on their own, so. I don't know, Left 4 Dead 2, it kind of lost some of the steam. I thought it was a good game, but I don't know if a third one, maybe on next gen it would be fun. Let's see. Leon Hubert asks, if you're doing Ghostrobo Classics, what put you off of Heavy Rain and Uncharted 2? I might still go back to Uncharted 2. Heavy Rain, it's very story-driven. The controls are very clunky. I know exactly what's going to happen. It just got really boring. I don't know. Yeah. The Elite Ninja says, how did you get that hairstyle? There's a woman in town. No. Basically, my hair looks plain, and then I just use gel and go like, and we're done. That's how it works. Let's see. Tony Cosarelli, straight from the Plumber's Palace, says, are you going to do a co-op series? No, we're trying. Would you guys like that? I think we're going to make it happen. Stone asks, are you going to see Elysium? I hope to. It looks really cool. Anemic Royalty says, I just went on Ghostrobo's channel. See if he's uploading more videos and he's streaming. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. That's how I feel. Every dang day. Every dang day. Every dang day. Danica says, if you could change anything about any of your favorite games, what would you change? Make them longer. No. Add a really awesome multiplayer to Bioshock Infinite. Morph the new Mario games into a Mario 64 styled Mario 128. I don't know. It's a tough question. I'm going to jump forward because there's so many questions. Literally, we've got like 600 test questions. KFC Club, and your avatar is like the weirdest looking. I don't know if that's Chris Bosch or LeBron. It's Bosch, and he sure looks like a poop dinosaur to me. That's strange. Would you be happy if Nintendo launched Super Mario Sunshine 2 on the Wii U? I would be really happy. I would prefer like a 64-style game, but Sunshine's good too. Amanda turned 13 today, so happy birthday, Amanda. I hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy yourself. You have a really cute puppy on your avatar picture. I hope you get that puppy or something equally awesome. Ghost Bros says, what other Let's Play... Ghost Bros, isn't that me? My brothers? You? Are you Jake? Are you Noah? What's going on? What other Let's Plays are you planning to do in the future? Well, I was going to make a video about that, but I'll give you some of them. Saints Row 4 for sure this month. Pokemon XY in October. Rayman in September. Lots of good stuff. I'll make videos about it, don't worry. Let's see. LaMarcus Bailey says, are you a better rapper than 2 Chainz? When 2 Chainz first changed to 2 Chainz, I thought he was really good. Lately, he's been a little annoying. Some of his rhymes are kind of sad, so we're pretty close. Ollie the good guy, do you still play practice basketball? I do. I'm starting in a league soon. I'll probably try to get you guys footage from that. Me and Jake are going to play in a basketball league. The registration deadline might be tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me. Avery Hogan says, why do you do YouTube streaming instead of Twitch TV? The only reason is because it becomes a video on YouTube afterwards, and then if people miss the stream, they can watch it. Because right now, I would hate to just leave out those people. I don't know. If there was a way I could do it, maybe I could do it and then cap it and upload it. I don't know. I could try. I don't know. GM Leon says, what do I think about Paranormal Activity 5? I hate scary movies, so I think it should never have been made. And those ones are dumb to me. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get a few more questions in here. It's funny because I almost always want to take a nap after these. It might not seem like a lot of work, but answering 150 questions in a row, oh my god, it's tiring. In a good way, I'm super jazzed and excited by it, but it's tiring. My voice feels like it's going to just close up and nap. Let's see. Mr. and Mrs. Matija Jankovic says, what games do you pre-order and which ones excite you the most? I don't pre-order games, but my most anticipated are GTA 5. I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed 4 to see how it does. Killzone Shadowfall should be fun. Dead Rising 3, really cool. I'm excited to see what the new XCOM's like. The new, tactical shooter. Let's see. Dark Hunter says I should play Payday 2 with Game Riot. Yeah, we'll be doing more game dual comms together. I don't know about Payday 2. We tried and it didn't work so hot, so maybe in the future. Is Jake going to have a YouTube channel? Is Noah going to have a YouTube channel? I don't know. I don't know. What about a Ghostrobo vlog channel? Maybe? Starting later this month. Alice says, what console do you have? Love your shirt. Thank you, Pikachu, Mickey Mouse. Even my mom liked it. You know it's a winner when your mom likes it. Normally she's like, why don't you dress nicer? I'm like, Mom, they're fun. But she liked this one. Let's see. What console do I have? Every single one. I don't have a Genesis anymore. I never had one. I have an NES, a Super Nintendo, a Dreamcast, and then 64. PlayStation 2, 3, which basically means I have a PS1. Xbox 360, basically an Xbox. Gamecube, Wii U, Vita, 3DS, DS, 3DS XL, DSi, Game Boy Micro, PC, Mac. I think that's it. Full Domination, otherwise known as Teddy FDN. I never know what to read you guys' Twitter names or the profile names. So there's at Teddy FDN or Full Domination. Would you look forward to a Waluigi game? Heck yes, I've been waiting for a Waluigi Wario game. Freaking Mario and Luigi are awesome, but give us some of the nasty brother action. Let's see, anyone else? Danielle257. Danielle. How's YouTube treating you? Nicely. It's been a fun 2 months. June and July have been awesome. I really kind of just curled up in a tiny ball and said, Ghost, we have to give our best effort, and then exploded in a burst of videos and fun, and it's just been rocking. We've been gaining over 1,000 subscribers a day for 2 straight months, into our third. We set records. We set records for views, set records for new subscribers, set records for everything. It was awesome. Very proud of us as a Ghostrobo Army. Am I looking forward to Super Smash Bros. Reign 1996? Heck yeah, I want that Wii U game. It's probably not going to come out till next holiday, but... Jedi616 says, he turned 14 yesterday. Happy belated birthday, buddy. What do you think of an L.A. Noire sequel? I'd love one. Give me some Cole action or a new detective. Can't really. I'll take L.A. Noire too. I'd love that game. The questions are fun. The whole, questioning system is, good. What gel do I use, says Christian. I use, what brand is that? Crew Fiber. For a nice hold, but a smooth look. Not so much shine, and it still feels gross when you touch it. Iman Fabulous says, "Is Mario my favorite game?" I love Mario games. I'll always like them because I played them first and the most when I was a kid, like 3D Mario games in particular. I don't know if they're my favorite, but if there was like a sweet Mario 128 game, I'd be all about that. Angel or Angel Landero, do you think Derrick Rose will be the best player this season? No, I know he's kind of hyping himself up, but I think recovering from that and getting back in the swing will take him a while. LeBron is still going to be so dominant. I don't like him at all one bit, but I don't see anyone topping them. What de Block says, would you post a video of you playing Black Ops 2 multiplayer? I could do another one. I like to use them for discussion videos, and I haven't really done many discussion videos lately. It's kind of been a slow period. You know, we can talk about the PS4 more, but I can make a video of that and use it as the background of something, if you guys would like to see that. We're going to take 4 more, because I got to go upload videos and record and get some water and lunch. I'm freaking thirsty as heck, and I should probably make hot cocoa. I haven't had any in a long time. My hot cocoa tummy is probably empty. Well, this controller is actually really cool. I'm excited to use it. We unboxed it at the top of the hour. It's a Wii U Pro Controller. It's basically a 360 controller with a flat face. But it feels good. It's wireless, and I don't have to use a Wiimote anymore for Mario. Frick yeah! Let's see. What happened last was multiplayer? Man, I post it like every other day. There's one coming later today. Shush up. People are always so anxious. I mean that in a nice way, I promise. People are so anxious for stuff, but I try to get it out. I have a really wide variety going on right now. We have sort of a long-running Injustice multiplayer series going on, a long-running Last of Us multiplayer series going on. We've got Pikmin 3 kicking and screaming. I've been doing a lot of cool indie stuff, Stealth Inc., Cloudberry Kingdom, Card Hunter. Vlogs are kind of a series of their own. You know, I throw in a movie review when I can. Thinking of starting Batman Arkham Asylum with you guys. So I kind of try to balance it and have things go on an every other day schedule so you don't get bored of it and so you still get enough. I'm doing my absolute best. There are going to be a lot of new games coming soon, though, so if you're not liking what you see right now, don't worry. The rush is almost upon us. Little Dude 36018, if they make a Red Dead 2, what should the storyline be? I don't know. New guy, new area. Post-apocalyptic wasteland cowboys? I really don't know. I don't know. What could they do? I think they'd have to change up the setting a little bit, because it's hard, you know, a city is a city, but I think a western city would be more repetitive, so you'd have to find a way to reinvigorate that, because there's not so much variety in terms of buildings. Like, for example, why was Assassin's Creed 3 so boring to me? I thought the city sucked. So another one of those with sort of western cities, they'd have to change up the formula so much. Let's see. Am I into Halo 4, says Rory. I was for a while. I didn't play as much as I wanted to. I never get to play multiplayer games as much as I want because there's so many single-player things and so many videos to record, but I really liked it. I thought it was fun. I would play more if I had time. Yeah. 3 questions remaining. Let's see. If you ask me the same question 50 times in a row, I see it and I don't answer. Just to let you know, like, I see all these, and so I'm a very smart person. I can read them, so you don't need to spam me over and over again. Just make me frustrated. Celtic or Celtic Skeletron? Ooh, what's your favorite Pokemon? Charizard. I like Pikachu a lot, but Charizard is my favorite Pokemon card, so I think Charizard is probably my favorite Pokemon. Cody Nguyen says Cody Nguyen 619. Did you see the 13-minute gameplay of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag? I did. I'm very optimistic on that game. I started off very pessimistic. I've changed to optimistic. I don't know if they're going to be able to deliver. I hope it's not so much naval combat. That stuff was fun for 5 minutes, but I don't want to play 5 hours of boat driving. Bleh. No. Give me awesome island exploration, cool castles, and weird ruins, and mystical lore. And make the story make sense and actually go somewhere, not just blah, reset. Ugh, Assassin's Creed 3. Probably my most disappointing game of all time. Maybe that's why I didn't get invited to Ubisoft for the Splinter Cell thing. I don't know. I just thought that game was... It has a good foundation, so I couldn't give it below a 5, but I'd give it a 5. Let's see. I'll take 2 more, because that's Assassin's Creed question. I can do 2 more. I can do 2 more, and then I gotta run. Thank you guys for joining Super Mucho. Rain1996 said, would you do some Super Smash Bros. Multiplayer with Jake? Yeah, we'll do that. We've wanted to for a while. Just haven't hooked the Wii up. I guess I could drop it in the Wii U. There we go. Speak of the devil, we'll put it in the Wii U and record that soon. And the greatest question of the day from Mexic8, do you like bananas? I love bananas. I have them by themselves. I have them in protein drinks. I have them in smoothies. They're the best sweetener of a natural sort in order to flavor up your fruit drinks and or your protein drinks and or your just mornings. Good for potassium, good for energy, yummy and delicious. Sadly, they only last like 3 or 4 bites for me, but they're pretty cool. Alright, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching and joining. It's going to be an epic fall. I'm going to still try to do a live stream every week as best I can. Do you want to see more Arkham Asylum? Go like and favorite the heck out of that video if you do. Hit the like button on this video if you want more live streams, and appreciate them every week. I'll try to do them every week if you guys really enjoy them. At least to talk to you guys, get some questions answered, especially because getting to fall. You're probably going to want to know like what games to buy, what I think of stuff, so maybe we'll have to do them for sure every week. But let me know if you enjoyed. Thanks for joining. We're going to wave goodbye. All the questions on Twitter were awesome. I appreciate you guys a lot. Follow me on Twitter for all the goodies. And, yeah, it's been a great couple months. And let's just keep this train a-rolling. Epic stuff coming up. I'll make a vlog updating you guys on what games I'm playing in August. Until next time, everybody. Pikachu Mickey Mouse says goodbye. Good luck. Good night. I love you. Don't be a duck. Whatever that means. So, until next time, guys, it was a fantastic day. See you all later on the videos coming today. Last of Us Multiplayer, Pikmin, more, tomorrow vlog, stuff like that. It's going to be good. I'll see you all there. Until that time, guys, it was a fantastic day. Drink so much chocolate. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you all later. And this is the part of the show where the live stream goes for an extra 30 seconds so that I make sure it's not, it doesn't end with me like it ends when you know it's going to end. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. People are saying bye to me on Twitter. Probably good. Safe? 3, 2, 1.